Welcome back again, everyone. Today we are reviewing the newest cigar from Colt Cigars. This is the Profile. This is the Robusto 4.5 by 54. Nice gold foil band there with simply with the name Profile, and very hard to detect, but at the very bottom here it says Colt Cigars. You will never make it out in this light. There is your density. Feels nice, actually weighty for such a small cigar. Nice construction, medium brown. Now this is cigars made of an Ecuadorian wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan and Peruvian filler. Just for your information, this comes in a total of 5 sizes: Churchill Grand Toro, which is 6 by 60, Robusto, Toro, and Torpedo. Now, as you probably remember, I have reviewed Colt's other 4 cigars, and pretty much across the board they did well. So I'm anxious to see what this one will be like. So here we go with the Colt Profile Robusto. Alrighty, there we go. Effortless draw, really nice draw. There's what we took off, not much at all. The first flavors you get are, well, there's several flavors. You get a blast of black pepper, and tied to that black pepper is a nice tangerine type citrus. And you might ask, what's the difference in orange, tangerine, and grapefruit? Well, the taste of a tangerine. That's what this gives me, and some nice cream notes right attached to that. It's very nice. The pepper at this early stage is right about an 8. It's very intense, and it's very nice, and it's straight black. There's a nice sweetness to that creamy tangerine citrus, and it is not really rich at this point, but it shows signs that it could go that way. So let's let it sit for just a minute, come right back, see where it goes from here. But the Profile has made a very nice start, very impressive. I'm about a ½ inch in, and I really like it when cigars change early and often. This one now, the tangerine citrus is now getting more of a nutmeg flavor to it. There's still some cream attached to it though. And you now have a little light leather and a little oak, a little wood notes. The pepper continues to be very strong, but it is not offensive. It's not in your face. It's just nice. The finish is a very light, sweet cream. No surprise there, but it is very, well, those of you who like vanilla yogurt, it's very close to that, actually. It's a little tanginess to it. It's a very sweet vanilla flavors, you know, cream, vanilla, what have you, but it's a very tangy note. Nice lingering pepper also. The cigar is what I would call medium bodied at best, but power is not always everything. This is flavor. This is some really nice flavors, nice sweet, a lot of sweet notes. The leather is light enough that you detect it, but it's not something that's overbearing. And you know, the oak, the nice wood notes just add to it. Nice bass all around. So there we are at a 1/2 inch. Let's see where we go from here. Well, as I said before, I like it when cigars change. Another little change. The nutmeg notes are still around. They're still there, very obvious. But there's also cocoa. Cocoa has showed up, and it's a very nice cocoa. It's very, well, I would call it rich, as cocoa can be. The cream notes that are now subtle are helping to push it toward that richness. The other notes are still there. The light leather and the wood, the oak, are still there at the base, but the cocoa really is nice. Those of you who like cocoa will really notice it in this cigar at about this point. So the changes are coming rather rapidly, but that's okay. Every change so far has been for the better, so let's just hope it keeps going that way. I came back to show you the ash. I should have shown you this in the last segment. Look how tight that ash is. The burn is nearly perfect, and the ash is very, very tight. No splintering, shows no signs of weakness yet, like it wants to drop off. Nice salt pepper color. Thought it was worthwhile to come back and show you that. That is impressive. I like that. Here at about 1.5 inches, the cocoa notes have really taken over. There's a touch of orange citrus attached to that cocoa, but the cocoa is so nice and sweet. It very much reminds you of I guess a chocolate cake type thing. It's the batter. It's very sweet and rich. It's very much reminds you of a nice cake, but it has enough citrus in there to add a little bit to it. Cigar still medium bodied. The pepper may have dropped down a tick to, I'll call it a 7. It's not quite as intense as it was initially, but nothing wrong with that. Finish is about the same, and everything else is about the same, but there are a lot of little changes that have happened very quickly. Now we're at 1.5 inches, and I've been back how many times to describe the changes. So I like that. I like that a lot, and the flavors are amazing. Very, very nice. Here at the midpoint, or just past it, we once again have a change. The cocoa notes have feathered off. We have cycled back to a nice sweet orange citrus, but with very heavy oak notes. Very heavy oak notes. They are the primary flavor. The orange citrus is secondary. The leather is very light, but it's interesting that we went from such a heavy cocoa, almost chocolate cake type flavor. Now we're back to orange citrus and heavy oak. Again, a major change. Now the cigar is probably ticked up in strength to medium to full bodied now, and the finish has just a hint of what I call toasted cream notes to it. There's a little bit of a toasted effect. I believe is really a carryover of the oak notes. So it's very good, still very good, still amazing that it changes this much this often, but to me that's just a sign of a good cigar. I like that, and it definitely keeps you on your toes as far as when you're reviewing it, because it changes so often. So I'll keep you up to date, but that's where we are for now. have much left, just a little over an inch. But now the orange citrus and the oak and the leather are balanced. You get all three in equal parts. It's very nice. Finish is about like it was before. The oak notes or the toasted notes on the cream are rather light but detectable, and the lingering pepper is very nice. Cigar remains about medium to full bodied, and it looks like I'll be back barring another change to wrap it up here shortly. But this is a cigar that I really wish would not end. It is very good, and I don't know if these are on shelves yet, but if you find them, you will like it. Well, we're pretty much to the end, so let's wrap it up. I will be nubbing this one, but at this point we're about 1 hour into this cigar. 4.5 inches, that's about what you expect. The cigar did not change from the last segment of this one. As you recall, we only had about an inch or so to go, so it wasn't going to change much, you wouldn't think, and it didn't. But the flavors are nice, have a nice little richness to them. That orange citrus is very sweet, has a little richness to it, and the wood and leather just added a fantastic base. Ended up medium to full bodied. The burn was just about perfect, and I've just enjoyed it immensely. I'm so glad they sent this to me to try. Now, smoke this cigar slowly. You'll get 1 hour out of it, but you should see numerous changes in flavors, numerous as I have, and I can only say that this is a winner for the cult cigar people. This cigar has just been great. I mean, there's nothing else I can say. For me, I'm rating this cigar a 93. Maybe the best cult cigar I've had. Now, the others are very good, don't get me wrong, but this cigar is amazing. I'm unclear as to what the name Profile actually means over the coming weeks as we get more familiar with those and see them on shops and see more about them online. Perhaps we'll get an insight as to what the name means. I don't care what the name means because the cigar is great. The chimes there indicate 1 hour since we started, so you'll have a nice short but flavorful smoke here. That'll do it. The Cult Profile Robusto.